It's Friday. It's time for another edition of Feel Good Friday, and this is a road edition of Feel Good Friday. Today's theme is going to be about we're all in it together. Now, most of my speeches are about something that happened in the last week, and with the overlying theme that there's always something to be learned, and you're never too old to learn something new. The first part of my story goes back to a couple weeks ago. I was umpiring a ball tournament in egregiously hot weather. 33, 35-degree temperatures, 12 games. It was hot. And as an umpire, I really am reticent to take any favors from some people. Some people will offer you a beer. There's no way I'd umpire with liquor on my breath or any sort of favors, because it is so important to have this concept of no bias, because if they see you favoring one team, that could be a disaster 3 months down the road. But this weekend, some teams are offering me water. I accepted it. And I remember once I was sitting by a dugout in the shade because I had 10 minutes before the next game, and the team that had just finished playing offered me this little dollar store fan just to keep me cool. And they said, just return it to my bag in however long it takes. She said, we're all in it together. It's very true. It was so hot that you just had to survive. And I thought that was an act of kindness. Last Tuesday, I was going to my mailbox, and my mailbox is kind of around the corner. And the person that's about 5 houses down from me, we waved to each other, and then he took the initiative. And he came to me and introduced himself, and we chatted a little bit. He's been retired 1.5 years, me 2.5. And then the conversation of pickleball came up, and I offered to give him a ride to one of my pickleball sessions if he's interested in learning. We exchanged phone numbers. It's funny, I was just about back in the home when he said, Colin, you better come over and you better send me a text because my phone blacks out any unknown callers. So I did. Much to my surprise, about 4 hours later, I get a call from Steve. He's on the golf course, and he was worried that he was filling up his hot tub and he forgot to turn the water off. Could I go and look for him? Which I did, and luckily for him, he had forgotten to turn it off. So I dealt with it. It's a little act of kindness, no big deal. But then last Wednesday is something that was really touched my heart. We had this disastrous forest fires in Jasper. 1/3 of a beautiful gem of Canada was wiped out. And all of the radio stations were announcing that there's a bottle depot drive. You can donate your bottles, just say it's to Jasper. The Alberta government and the federal government will balance or match the offers. So after my pickleball game, I went to a bottle depot. They had a great big truck there, and it was just absolutely full of bottles to go to Jasper. They barely had room to get my 3 big bags in there. But I thought, isn't that wonderful? We're all in it together. So my message is, I'm going to use Dallas Wayne for people that are on Sirius radio, station 61. He always closes his show with, be kind to each other. For God's sakes, it's just the right thing to do. So on this week, let's go out and be kind to each other. And do have a great week.